it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Carolina Panthers. Ready for football now from sunny North Carolina. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing here, Rush. And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, this offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season. Sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down. To throw is Elliger. And that's going to be caught by Coulter. Touchdown, Carolina! Isaiah Coulter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. as the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Hard to believe this guy was watching us from his living room last week. Now he's under center here for an NFL team.
And not many teams were in the market to sign him, but you have to believe that this team felt like we saw something previously in this guy, and now he has a chance to prove it with us.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Rush. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Amari Barno make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now rush. It's brought in by Harris. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it.
He's got a man, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On play action, Ellinger. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working out of the shotgun is Ellinger. That pass complete to Moore. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, it's Ellinger. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Harris running straight ahead. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Rush. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw Rush. He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rush. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Here's Rush to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
He's going to look deep for more, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Ellinger's throw complete there to Moore. He's got room past the 30, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Ellinger. Wide open, it's Marshall complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Ellinger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Let's go. That's what it is.
And motion left goes a tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Rush's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. That's swung out wide to Harris. Down inside the 10.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Najee Harris.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Steelers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He gets this to Coulter, complete.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Off the play fake, here's Ellinger.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Carolina.
Isaiah Coulter.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
And they go play action. Now Ellinger.
Under pressure, they got him again. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Ellinger to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rush. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Another run now for Nwangu.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Here's Ellinger. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Now Ellinger.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
60 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Going for it, here's Ellinger. He's got his tight end, it's Tommy Tremble. He's got the first down and more than that.
Touchdown, Carolina!
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature